Hey guys, it's Missy. I am here on day 68 of 90. Actually got it right, and I have to call myself out because I literally just looked, so I didn't know again. Um, so I'm going to talk about today experience and engagement. Before I do that, I just wanted to, I don't know how many of you saw oh, something else just popped up. How many of you saw the pulse that just came out from Prove It? It is the Ketober Fest. So it's a contest. It's really cool because we all love swag. So I think sometimes like the MVP multiplier is out there, which is awesome, and that's like something I shoot for every month personally. But I know it can be overwhelming. So it's cool because I like presents and gifts, and so this is kind of like an in between contest. Like if you crush the Ketoberfest, you're gonna just by default hit MVP. But they're giving the contest is ketones in October, so they have a point system. The keto reboot, you get points, and I'm not going to read them off because everybody should have gotten the Pulse or it's in the Rhino squad. But the prize is win an exclusive Prove It blanket, which I'm super excited for. And like Stephanie was saying on our call today, like she's going to be giving them out as gifts for Christmas and all of that. But something she said in here, and it's not on this, so don't hold me to it. But I have a feeling they're going to pulse out more parts of the contest where we can like save our points for like really cool bigger things. Even though I mean I went the blanket, and I'll take several of them, but they had mentioned that on the call, but I don't see it on here. So, they probably will pulse that out later. So more to come with that. Also, Keto Reboots, not sure if you saw that. I actually didn't see the pulse, that it's extended until tomorrow. So Prove It did that because tomorrow's Friday payday, and a lot of people had asked for it. And like BU always says, like we can do whatever we want. So somebody actually reached out, asked them to extend it, and he did because it made sense for us. So I'll get started on what the call was about, the experience and engagement. So the main thing is with this is just it's not about like the experience part is about creating a Prove It experience for everybody from before they're even drinking ketones the whole way through until they are a promoter. Because what happens is that those experiences, those small experiences that we may think is small, are like big deals to people because people want to be part of a community. And that's what I always go back to, like this is bigger than a product. And the experience to engagement, so the first contact to the engagement where they say get a 5 or 10 day or they enroll online, that's not something that normally happens within a day or a weekend or sometimes a week or weeks. For me, like I have people that have been watching for 2 years, which is really crazy to say. I can't believe it's been 2 years. Have been watching for 2 years and they're just now reaching out. And I think this is the time frame, like I think this is going to happen more and more for those of us that have been in it for a while because the keto conversation is growing. It's growing fast, and it has over the past 2 years. But now we're getting the folks that either tried keto diet and they failed, so they see the benefits, which is awesome. Like that is so cool to run into people that like get the benefits of keto and then they say it's hard. Like that's really nice when you run into people like that. But I think also what we're seeing is not only functional med doctors, but we're getting cardiologists and I call them regular doctors, like they're seeing the benefits of keto more than just seizures. They're understanding that it's not ketoacidosis. So like it's just, I think the experience to engagement is so important now because I think a lot of times in companies, like when they're brand new, like that's the time to like get in. But I think it's going to be the opposite. Like for us, like obviously, like Brian, like it was a good time to get in then too. But like I think the conversation that we led with education the whole way since the very beginning of the company, I think it's going to open up some huge opportunities for us to help more people. And don't know what's coming 2020. Stephanie teased about it again. She's trying to get Steve to tell her tidbits because he obviously knows since he's business development, but not sure what that's all about. So that's super exciting. So they just keep telling us like to the big, I know Brian said in the past, like throw out your net and just start the conversations. Like throwing out the net doesn't mean you're going to ask everybody what ketones or ketosis is or what, like if they want to try a 5 or a 10 day, but it's literally how many people can you start conversations with, and that's the experience. So if you're in groups, like we heard, I think it was Crystal the other day, like she's in tons of groups and she's just touching a lot of people with comments and likes. So that's the start of the experience, is just being nice, like making friends, whether it's in person or online. And then engaging into the next step. So literally, I would listen to Go for No this morning. Thanks to Kara, she's like, got to do that. So, but it's what Brian would talk about is like the red, yellow, greens. It's sorting people. So you're going to touch as many people as you can, and you're literally like, there's no, it doesn't matter like what the outcome is. Your whole goal for the outcome is to categorize them. Are they red? Are they red? They're like, no, don't ever call me again. Are they yellow? They're open. You're telling them a little bit, but they're just not sure. Or are they green? And they're like, send me the campfire video. Or they're not going to say that, but something like that. So it's just reaching out to as many people and sorting them into those bins. I think Jessie Lee had a really cool video where she like took a deck of cards and it's finding the ace, like, and you're just flipping through that deck of cards, finding the ace. And they talk about that in basically Go for No also. So, and then so the experience and the engagement, it's walking them through, it's the whole Prove It experience. Or promote, or no, I forget, there's a word they call it, but the full Prove It. So you take them from the 5 to 10 day, you reach out to them every day, you ask them what their favorite flavor is, what benefits they're noticing, and then from there they go online. So Stephanie Melky is really good at, she does keto or Prove It anniversaries. So it's just those little special touches. They don't have to have anything to do with the ketones, but maybe you're sending them pink Himalayan sea salt little packs, like, or a measuring tape and like putting an X on a scale. Like it's just little things, like a little card, like use this and don't use the scale. Sending them birthday cards. Like I know this takes a lot of time, and like I have these ideas, but I'm slowly implementing them. But if you touch one person throughout their experience, I think Brian says each touch, you like extend the amount of time that they use ketones, because people will quit products, they don't quit people. So I think that's what this whole the experience engagement comes down to. And because people will quit with benefits of the product if they don't feel engaged in part of the community. So we have the 5 to 10 day, we have the customer, the Smart Shift customer, and then we have the promoter. So it's continuing to go through like finding out what the promoter's favorite color is, how many kids they have, like just all this personal stuff that you can make it an experience for them and not just a transaction. Sorry, I just need a peek at my notes. Yeah, I just go back to planting the seeds, where it's not something that will happen overnight for the most part. Sometimes you get that one person that's like, okay, sign me up. Sometimes it's more during the sales, but it's just reinforcing that we're part of a community and putting them either in your group or in Eat, Drink, and Be Keto, or the Rhino squad, depending on where they fall, and just making them feel like they're part of something bigger than a pack of ketones. Does anybody have any questions? I think that is everything. Like the red, yellow, and green. Also, the only people that really get like a red card, Katie Rollins always says, like, I've asked her, like, when is somebody red, and it takes a lot to be red. Like, they literally say, don't call me ever again. Otherwise, like, if they quit a SmartShip or they quit their customer account or they just ghost on you, like, keep them in that funnel or that circle of follow-up. Katie uses a notebook and she follows up with everybody. I don't know, I think like once a month, like, unless they say don't call me again, they will forever be in her circle. Even if she's been doing this for 3 years, she still contacts people from the very beginning that stopped their SmartShip, which is something I need to work on being better at. But yeah, so reds, there aren't many of. There really probably won't be true reds. I know I was too fast at making people red. I'm like, they quit a SmartShip. I'm like, it must not be for them, like whatever. But I'm finding there aren't many reds. Most people want better. They need what we have, and they know it. Maybe it's not the time. Maybe it's not today. But in a year, when they still didn't find better, and then they're tired, then they may be open when I reach back. So probably very little reds, yellows, a lot of them, lots of yellows, and those are the people we just love on. Like, whether it's check and see how their kids are. Jessie Lee talks about, she stalks every single one of her, I know, promoters, and I think even I can't imagine all of her customers, but she goes to their Facebook page and just scrolls through real quick each one of them and just sees what their likes are, like what their family's doing, like if they have a kid sick, if it's their kid's birthday, and then she messages them and just says, hey, saw your kiddo sick, how are they feeling? Like, those little like things that we think are just little will make somebody's experience so much bigger than what we even think, because it meets those oh shoot, just lost the word. It meets those human needs, the 5 human needs. So just that touch could change them from canceling their SmartShip or quitting being a promoter to extending it for another month or two. And Brian BU talks about that a lot also. So it's just that touch, getting people to events, part of the experience. I think that is everything. Amanda, I'm sorry, just hopped on. Does anybody have any questions? And this is recorded, Amanda, so you can watch it. All right, guys, thanks for jumping on. And watch your pulse, because I really think there's going to be some more really cool stuff coming with not that the blanket's not cool, but I think there's going to be even bigger things coming. So, all right, see ya.